Hi, Kevin. Indeed, we are. We are here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, where 1 year ago on this Thursday, the Big Ten tournament was shut down, and soon after that, March Madness was done as a whole. Well, tonight, the Big Ten women's basketball tournament is getting set to go. Not only that, there's some fans coming in here, a couple thousand getting set to watch IU play. Meanwhile, over at Lucas Oil Stadium, it's the Big Ten men's tournament. Purdue will take the court for the first time tomorrow as the number 4 seed, and the Boilermakers are coming in hot with another 7-footer that's become a force on the front line. We get a look at the late season surge of Zach Eady in tonight's Sports Extra Spotlight. Purdue's biggest body saved his best game for the last game of the regular season.
When you had the kind of opening that we did, you really you look for a energy boost and a momentum shifter like what we had going into that game early. So that really helped kickstart our offense.
Zach Eady's 20 points propelled Purdue to a win over IU last weekend. It was a peak performance for the 7'4" center who's been making an impact from game 1.
Really just my physicality, getting my ball down low. I've had more confidence in my finishing lately. I've taken out the unnecessary dribbles that I used to take. I've been able to make my moves quicker, get into my moves quicker, and shoot more confidently.
Eady was an unknown on the Purdue roster in the season-opening Space Coast Challenge, but he exploded for 19 points on 9 of 10 shooting. He would not be a hidden factor much longer.
He's done a great job these past few games of just being under control, being on balance, and making the right decisions. You know, when he doesn't have, when everybody's either doubling him or just there's not a lot of space to do anything, he's done a great job of just kicking it out, re-stealing, or getting to the next play.
He's just kept getting better and kept working. Other day after practice, he stays and works on things, and he puts in extra time. And I think that's really our whole team. Our whole team puts in a lot of extra time.
Eady did struggle through the first part of the Big Ten season, but he found his touch in the last 3 weeks. 21 points against Wisconsin in just 18 minutes, and then that dominant showing against the Hoosiers. Keep in mind, the Canadian youngster only started playing basketball 3 years ago. It seems the sky's the limit from here.
Trusting the older guys to kind of lead them, and just by with our experience and stuff like that, and kind of give back to them everything we've been taught. So they've been taking everything in, and it was everything they got. It's well deserved.
I've gone through it. I was struggling at the beginning of the season, kind of came into it at the end, and I'm really coming into my own now. So I feel like I've worked for it. If the team trusts me, I know I can be reliable.
Eady was on his way to being a baseball player before he finally grew into his basketball shoes, as it were. These last 2 games against Wisconsin and Indiana last week, 41 points combined in 39 minutes, shooting 80% from the field. We'll see how he matches up for Purdue as they get into the Big Ten tourney tomorrow. Again, the Boilermakers are the number 4 seed. They'll play the second game tomorrow afternoon at Lucas Oil Stadium when they take on Ohio State. We'll get a chance to see the top 4 seeds in the men's bracket for the very first time. Plenty of hoops for you coming up tonight on the news at 11. IU's men's team is getting set to go over at Lucas Oil Stadium here in just a few minutes. The IU women's team is here. The Butler men are in the Big East tournament as well. I'll have all of those for you coming up tonight on the news at 11. We'll see you then. Time for one more break. Then we're back to wrap up tonight's edition of the news at 6. Next.